Canada has officially released its Immigration Departmental Plan for the 2026 to 2027 fiscal year, and while much of it confirms information already announced in recent months, it gives a clearer picture of how the federal government plans to manage immigration over the next several years. At its core, the plan shows a continued shift toward a more controlled and sustainable immigration system. The government is keeping permanent resident admissions at 380,000 per year through 2028, while also reducing the number of new temporary residents arriving in Canada. New temporary resident arrivals are set to fall from 673,650 in 2025 to 385,000 in 2026. This reduction reflects a major effort to ease pressure on housing, infrastructure, and public services. The plan outlines four broad priorities. The first is to better align immigration with Canada's labor market, regional needs, and capacity to absorb newcomers. The second is to modernize and simplify programs using improved digital systems. The third is to strengthen security, fraud prevention, and system integrity. The fourth is to reduce costs and improve internal efficiency through spending restraint and workforce planning. Economic immigration remains the main focus. It will account for the majority of permanent resident admissions, rising to about 64% by 2027 and 2028. Family sponsorship and refugee admissions remain important, but the federal government is clearly prioritizing skilled workers who can support key sectors such as healthcare, technology, and trades. One of the most closely watched elements of the plan is the promise to help up to 33,000 temporary workers transition to permanent residency across 2026 and 2027. This pathway is expected to focus on workers who are already contributing to Canada's economy and communities, especially in rural areas. More details are expected later. The plan also confirms reforms affecting international students and temporary foreign workers. Graduate students at public designated learning institutions will remain exempt from provincial attestation letter requirements, and doctoral students along with global skills strategy applicants will receive faster processing. At the same time, the federal government is tightening oversight of employers, strengthening compliance rules, and exploring a new labor stream for agriculture and fish processing. Express Entry will continue using category-based selection, with a focus on occupations facing shortages and on candidates with Canadian work experience. The provincial nominee program is also set for a major rebound, with allocations rising significantly in 2026. Francophone immigration outside Quebec remains a growing priority, with the target rising to 9% in 2026 and increasing in future years. Refugee protection also remains part of the system, although the government is trying to reduce backlogs and make asylum decisions faster. On the operational side, IRCC plans to spend less over the coming years and reduce its workforce. At the same time, it is investing heavily in digital modernization, artificial intelligence tools, and a new case management platform. The government says these tools will support officers and improve efficiency, not replace human judgment. Overall, the departmental plan does not introduce a dramatic new direction. Instead, it confirms that Canada is moving toward lower temporary resident growth, stable permanent resident targets, more targeted economic immigration, stronger system controls, and a more technology-driven immigration department.